Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Greeting you in your time zone. Sound check, guys. Mulishani, Mutozichwangi. Comments below if you can hear me. Sound check, guys. Molibia, Kinayo. Long time, good to be here, good to see you guys. Comments below. Sound check, can you hear me? Invite people. Iteni abantu. Amubize batusha, amutahe. Amubize batu, amutahe. Kinayo. Musalimu ulu. Vana mkereba in the bubu. Sound check, guys. Can you hear me? Oh, ba Robbie, Mulishani, ba Robbie. Ba Moffat Gamma. Can you hear me? Moses, Honorable Moses, Mulishani. God bless you too. Ba Loti Mwale, Mulishani. Comments below, guys. To Poshanye, how's the sound? We'll keep it 1 hour short. Tatwa if you're 2 hours. Just 1 hour, guys, to pre-share. We talk and then we go. And you can leave comments below. Let's be respectful, guys. No vulgarity. No insults. Let's just discuss, guys. Let us talk. This is a Ensaka Yesu. Social media is a new way of socializing and talking. Whatever your passion is. If you're into politics, if you're into fashion, if you're into following celebrities, musician. For us here, this page is about good governance. So we are here to talk about matters pertaining to the governance of our country. So I just ask that we debate respectfully. Let us respect each other's opinions. Let us agree to disagree. No insults. Yes. Chiten share, nekeni na inenchite share hapa. Let me share. Get your water, get your coffee. Wule nefya mlenwa. Get your water. Awush kuna wila. Imwe menshi fyena. Ngana mkwata ka waini, munwe. Kabia. Let me share in my groups. Today I'm talking about the street vendors, the high price of Mealie meal, and also we are talking why people are crying for ECL to come back. And also I would like to congratulate the engineers at CBU. We have seen the first model of a car designed by our engineers at CBU. So I'd just like to congratulate them. This is just the beginning, guys. It is just the beginning. I know there are a lot of comments about the shape of it all, but you know what? It is just the beginning. So our CBU engineers, you have started something big. And for me, I see in a future where Zambia can partner with countries like China and make our ZEV, electric vehicle. Yes. I think the days of us importing vehicles should come to an end. We have everything that it takes to make our own electric vehicles. We have cobalt, we have nickel, we have lithium. Those go in the battery, and then we have iron and all those things. We have copper to make cables, and the body is just cosmetic. What's important is that they have the prototype of a vehicle, and congratulations to the CBU engineers. this is just the beginning. So guys, I'm just sharing in my groups. We'll get started pretty soon here. I want to talk about the street vendors. I want to talk about the street vendors and the high price of Mealie meal, and also why people are crying for ECL to come back. Yes. So we'll be here, guys. Let me just share and then we'll get started pretty soon. I'm going to tag a few people, and I also tag my students, Chilufya Tayali, and also Bakasonde Mwenda, as we talk about these issues, because I know that these people, they are interested in what is happening with the street vendors currently in the country. Yeah. So let me just so I tagged a few, and also Ellington, also let me tag Ellington as well. Ellington, and then we will get started pretty soon. Ellington. Yeah, so share in your groups as well. Okay, so yeah, so guys, welcome. Good to see everyone watching. Va Honorable Kabwela watching. Va Patson Mulishani. Va Loti Mwale Mulishani. Good to see you. Rabson Daka, loud and clear. Philip Ngoma, loud and clear. Good to see you guys. Hey, Zain, Mama Mulishani. Mama Zain Kabilika is in the building. All right, so we are live, guys. So the topic is mainly street vendors, which I'll talk about that last. But number one, I posted my topics yesterday. Who owns the new mines? The price of Mealie meal? Why are people crying for ECL? And street vendors will be my last topic to talk about today. Chiten share, itena want to tag people, tag friends. This is really important. I've been posting things about the street vendors, and I've been reading comments. So I will address the issue of street vendors as my last topic. So my first topic, and this topic is very, very important, guys. My first topic is who owns the mines. That is my first topic. Who owns the new mines? Let me correct myself. My first topic is who owns the new mines. Now, guys, just to go back in history, Zambia was colonized, and then we had independence. At independence, Zambia took ownership of the mines. And after Zambia took ownership of the mines, the privatization came in. We saw our MMD sell all the mines at giveaway prices. Fast forward to today. So mines have been privatized, but fast forward to today, 2023. In the last 10 years, Zambia has discovered new mines all over the country. And my question is, who owns these new mines? And my challenge to you, everyone listening, is let us stand together and ask the government of the day not to privatize the new mines. That is my plea today. Share this video. Even tag by HH. I'm going to tag by HH as well. Zambia, bad decisions were made in the previous mines that have been in the country, running the copper mines, ZCCM, whatever. They sold those mines. They are in private hands, and we have lost. We have lost a great deal from all this privatization and all these wrangles that have been happening surrounding the mines. We have lost revenue as a country. So, what I'm here to say is, let us not cry over spilt milk, because God has blessed us. God has blessed us because Zambia is one of the few countries who has been blessed with the new mines every day. There are new mines every day. Kansaseli Gold, we have the largest nickel mine. There is Sujilite in Wapula, manganese, nickel in Mazabuka. There are diamonds on the copper belt. You know, there are diamonds in Western Province. So what I'm saying is that let us pressure the new government not to privatize these new mines. That's my only plea right now. That the government of the day, New Dawn government, the UPND, should nationalize the new mines so that every Zambian can enjoy the piece of the cake. That is all I'm saying. And we have to talk about this so that they can hear. Leaders can understand that we want them to nationalize the new mines that are being discovered. I hear that in Mwinilunga there is another new mine which is discovered in Mwinilunga, not the Kasenseli gold mine. There is also another new mine in Mwinilunga, and I hear that a top government official in this New Dawn government has claimed that piece of land, has a title deed on that piece of land on a new gold mine in Mwinilunga. Yes, this is currently happening, guys. There is a top official in the New Dawn government who has got a title deed for the new gold mine in Mwinilunga, not the Kasenseli gold mine. There is another one. A high official in this New Dawn has got a title for the piece of land where I am told there is gold there. It's even in the river in Mwinilunga. Then I am told the gold mine in Pika also, they have put it in a title to another private person. So people, this is serious. I don't know if you get what I'm going with this. It's like, when will the regular Zambians start benefiting from the wealth of their land? Because every new mine that is being discovered, now we have local politicians owning these mines at the expense of the poor people. So that is my point on it. Who owns these new mines? Zambians should own these new mines. They should be nationalized and the money put in a general fund and the wealth distributed equally. Point number 2 I'm talking about is Mealie meal is so expensive. And I think that this is really, really important that all of us should condemn the high prices of Mealie meal. The high prices of Mealie meal should be condemned because every country needs food security. The government needs to ensure that the general populace, the masses, can afford their staple food. So the high prices of Mealie meal is actually crimes against humanity. It is a crime for this government to turn a blind eye and let the prices of Mealie meal escalate to a point where people, when ECL is walking in the road, people are going to ECL and begging and lamenting to ECL how they are suffering, how they are starving, they have no food in their homes. And the New Dawn government is there claiming they are fixing things. So me, as a human rights advocate, I would just like to appeal to the government of the day to ensure that they secure the Mealie meal prices so that there is food security in the country. People are starving. It broke my heart to see women kneeling in front of our former president and crying to say they are suffering, they can't afford Mealie meal. Mealie meal is reaching over 300 kwacha. Social cash transfer is just, they give 200 kwacha to the vulnerable. So a regular person really at this point, the vulnerable, the poor, they can't even afford to buy a 25 kg bag of Mealie meal, which is really sad. So we are here again to ask the new Dawn government to put measures in place to secure food security in the nation. A food basket is like 9,000 kwacha plus, you know. And most civil servants, their average pay is 5,000, 6,000 kwacha. So even civil servants, they are underpaid. Even civil servants cannot live a comfortable life on the salary that they are being paid by GRZ. So we are appealing to the new Dawn government to do what they can so they can ensure food security in the country, so they can do what they need to do. If they are exporting Mealie meal to other countries, they must stop doing this. There is no way the government can put the lives of foreigners first over the lives of Zambians. If the exporting of Mealie meal is what is driving these prices up, then this government needs to step in and ban the export of Mealie meal until the prices of Mealie meal is reduced or contained. Yes. So this new Dawn government, I'll tag the president as well. They need to stop exporting Mealie meal if that is what is causing the price of Mealie meal to escalate. Yes, they need to stop exporting, because it is a human right and it's a duty of the government to ensure that there is food security in the country, meaning 20 million Zambians need to have food on the table. They need to provide food stamps, or they need to reduce the price of Mealie meal so that people can afford to eat. I have seen some comments to say, go and farm. Some of us, we are farmers. Excuse you. It is harder for a regular Zambian to get a piece of land currently in Zambia. It's not easy for you to just go to any council and get a piece of land and start farming. Remember, Zambia, there is high urbanization. A lot of people have moved away from the villages to come to the cities to look for a better life. So we need this government to pay attention. Mealie meal, prices of Mealie meal, they are too high. They need to do something. If they are exporting, let them stop exporting. Zambians eba aliminia matabaya. Ama Zambiani eba aliminia matabaya yo muleshtisha. Zambians are the one who cultivated this maize. So the Zambian people must come first. They need to stop all this exporting, because this is only what, July. So what is the price going to be by October, by December? What is the price going to be? So New Dawn, they need to go back to the drawing board and fix things. If it means them stop exporting, let them stop exporting. And moving to my next topic of why are people crying to ECL, I think, you know what? People are crying to ECL because I think we as a country, we treated ECL very bad. Like ECL, we treated him very bad. We said the horrible things to ECL. And now God is punishing us for all those things, horrible things we say to ECL. God is punishing us. I know ECL needed to leave plot 1. He needed to. Because ECL, his cadres were running wild in the streets. And the whole country was like under siege by PF. So the country needed change. The country needed change. And our president, HH, came on the scene with a promise of change. And that's why we campaigned. We campaigned to remove ECL because there was so many things that were going wrong. People were not safe in the streets. I myself was attacked by PF cadres at Kamwala Intercity Bus Terminal. But 2 years down the line, people are crying for ECL. People are kneeling down at ECL's feet to say we are suffering, we have no food. It's a shame. It's actually very emotional, you know, to watch people lamenting to ECL. I wish ECL listened to the people when he was still in power. Because when ECL was in power, if he had listened to all the cries, everything we had said to him, we would not be in this situation. We would not have voted HH, who has turned out to be the worst president in Zambia so far. Yes, I'll say it. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I am saying, and I'll repeat, I wish ECL had listened to what all of us were telling him. We were telling ECL, tame your cadres, you are the president. ECL never listened. ECL never listened. So by ECL ever problem. Yes, I ought to HH. The fault is the ECL is a problem. He never listened to us. When we were complaining about cadres, about everything, ECL never listened. And what the other thing that I want to do is ECL has never apologized to the Zambians for what he did to the Zambians. Yeah? ECL has never apologized. Because of ECL, now we have gone to a worse governance than his governance. Worse in so many ways. There is police brutality. There is hunger in the country. Social media, our pages are blocked. We are insulted day and night. I've been insulted. I have never been so much insulted in my life on the internet than the insults I've received under the able leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, who claimed he will come to restore law and order in the country. But lo and behold, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. We are in trouble under this. That's why Nainewi Mwandini, I wish I can go to ECL and ask him for forgiveness for campaigning against him. But why ECL need to ask for forgiveness from Zambians? Because why ECL is the reason why to alete by HH. So many, we were advised to say, do not vote for HH. We were advised, yes, do not vote for HH mukachimona. And itule chimona. Do not vote for HH mukanyamulala, mukachani, mukafimba mukapoka, mlefimba mlepoka. Do not vote for HH mukalapira. Do not vote for HH fimba upoke. Tule fimba tule poka. But you know why? What I'm here to say is the reason why Joseph Chitika is because of ECL. By ECL a reason number 2 alibutukira mukano kankalamu of this new Dawn government. We are being chewed wale tusheta turenya turelapira turefimba turepoka. And I'm here to say the reason why. This is just my opinion, guys. Let us agree to disagree. Echo turefimba turepokela because of by ECL ngamwali umfire fira tuale mieba mu campaign. We would have voted you back. ECL should have come on the throne and made peace to Zambians. Because I think a lot of people, including Banawakwi, they tried to warn Zambians ukwebati ngamwaleta HH mukesa chimona. Aratule chimona. But me, I think but ECL had the key. No, but tulelanda fiapa. We are regretting. It's okay to regret in life. When you make a bad decision, it is okay to regret. And if I were to meet by ECL lelo, I tell you, I will kneel at by ECL's feet. If I were to meet by ECL lelo, to be honest, could nayaba fukamina by ECL, and I would actually cry to say by ECL, I wish ngamwari umfuire, ngamwari tumfuire fema Zambians. If you had come and apologized to the Zambian people, we would have voted you back than where we landed ourselves. We jumped from a frying pan to a fire. By ECL Mwandini. If I meet you today in the streets, even me, I'll cry on your feet to say by ECL, I wish you had apologized to the Zambian people. I wish you would have really turned and be with your people instead of allowing your cadres and everything that went wrong to happen until Zambians went and voted you out. So that is my comment on why the women are crying. I'm also crying. I am here in diaspora. I haven't seen my ECL, but if I see my ECL, I will cry at his feet. Because abantu bale chula. Imichita mwaba mufipatala 2 years of a government. Taba alifiro kushtemiti mufipatala. Ubungani 300. From to Pamela nomba katuisha abantu. Katuishi nefe baleri abantu. People who are working, balenje batibali amkugaisha mataba. People who have a salary, they have stopped buying 25 kg. Baya mkushita mataba bagaisha. For them, for a family of 5, mwadishiba kuzamjama families panganda, we are like 10. A family of 10 is normal in Zambia. So 10 people, even 5, 6 people, you need at least 50 kg a month. To really, you need 50 kg. So now you tell me family ile kwanisho kushita pabunga fe 600. So Mwandini by ECL, you know, we are crying to lady the Pamorian because you had the power to change things, including Banawaki won't say Banawaki has even gone mute. Banawaki tried to warn us about HH. Where is she now? Where are they? Because even those 2 guys who were saying their relatives are running to them for help. So we have all lost. As a country, we have all lost. Whether you are UPND or PF, we have all lost. Because a few people who are having money, they have to support their families. I am supporting people over there too. Because of the high cost of living. I have to support people. Coming now, Kuliashi, Iliama street vendors. Iliama street vendors. I've not talked about it, but I did write something. I wrote something and I posted it on my page, and there was a lot of comments about the street vendors. And I just want to respond to some of the comments that were in my post about street vendors. Let me just pull up what I wrote. Ba Vincent Chilanga nafirirwa kushitira ba mayo ubunga. Nomba if you can't fail to buy bano ko ubunga nishwala lienshi, you know. To the muma problems. Therefore, kulanda Pama street vendors, but I want to talk about, I'm pulling up the article on Alembele. Pama street vendors, so that I talk from from there. Shile fire fye ukulandalanda. I want to talk with my points so that I stay on point. Okay, nice, Anga. All right, so now talking about street vendors, guys. So the first thing that we must realize as Zambia is like there is high unemployment. 70% of the youths are unemployed. So Zambia, we have a population of 20 million, and then 70% of that population, which is about maybe 15 million or so, they are youths. And out of that 15 million, 70% of the youths, they are unemployed. So we are talking maybe around 10 million people who are unemployed, who are youths. So when you have a country where they have no employment, there is no informal, there is no formal or informal employment. Formal employment, Emma civil servant, whatever government jobs, whatever departments and wings, the combination of this formal employment, Yama government department, civil service, the combination of formal and informal employment in Zambia, it's like less than 1 million, I would say. I think total, the people who are employed in formal or informal employment, sana. So it means we have a population of like 10 million people who are traders or vendors. They are just selling something to survive. We don't have industries which fall under the informal sector. We don't have industries. We don't have nothing. We have 2 of our mines that are closed, and the mines, I'm told that most of the mines, there's equipment which is actually replacing human labor. So in a country where there is no formal and formal employment, a lot of people, they are vendors. And then we have governments who have refused to industrialize the economy. So basically, Zambia is a consumption-based economy. We are just consuming. We import everything that we consume, including toothpick. But we grow cotton, We import wire cables when we are the second largest producer of copper in Africa. We are importing copper cables. We are exporting everything. We are the second producer of emerald. You have the second largest mine of nickel. Like, the potential is huge for Zambia to industrialize. But we are not doing that. We are going on to 60 years of independence, and we are a consumer-based economy. Now, I'm just bringing you to modern day. What is happening in modern day? People are saying kabia mkulima. There are no irrigation systems that are set up. The farming that happened in Zambia is perennial, is based on a natural rain pattern. So people only have a few months to farm, and then they have 9-10 months in a year to do what? That's where you find people are trading. They spend a few months fishing, and when those rivers close, everybody trickles to Lusaka to sell stuff. So Lusaka is basically the big market for the entire Zambia. And I'm giving you this history because I think the Lusaka City Council need to acknowledge that Lusaka is basically the hub of the country in terms of sales. So the vendors that come from Lusaka, they are from all parts of Zambia. People come from all parts of Zambia to sell merchandise. It's a big market. So Lusaka is like the biggest market in Zambia. And the reason why is because there are Zambia, we are a consumer-based economy. We consume everything, we don't produce. All our products, they are imported. So there are no industries where people can work. So people have become traders to sustain themselves. People have become traders to sustain themselves. Now, since people have become traders to sustain themselves, Lusaka City Council needs to recognize this fact. They need to recognize the fact that people have become traders to sustain themselves. Even me, when I was in Zambia, I was a teacher, but I also had side hustles. I was a trader. Because my pay was not enough as a teacher, naleshtisha kumasala, nalikweteka stand kumasala nalea mkushtisha. Mwamona. I used to go to Lusaka, buy some stuff and come and sell in Indola. So I was a civil servant. My money was not enough to sustain me. So I used to trade. I used to be a trader. But I never used to trade in Lusaka. I traded in Indola where I lived. I had a stand kumasala market, naleshtisha kumasala market. Now, I'm giving an example to say, me, 20-something years ago, as I was a trader at Masala Market. So Nabu Koluchelo, Nayaku Market, is my normal life. At the weekend, if I'm not teaching at the weekend, Nalesa Ngapa Market in Ndeshtisha. I used to sell at Masala Market. So, Ndeshtisha Market, and then I go to the market, I find the Palivaka Pokola, na Besala Market, at no, we have to relocate you. Without notice, without whatever. And this is what we are saying. We are not saying that it is okay for the vendors to operate without any order. No. We all want a clean city. But I think there should be mutual respect for the traders and the Lusaka City Council. They should have a mutual respect for each other. If they want to relocate them, let them have a meeting, town hall, basta discuss, you know. Let them prepare them to move to that market. They could have had a smooth transition to say, by the time the police are in the streets to stop the Mokutantika, these people, they would have already had a stands. They just go peacefully to their new market and start trading. They could have had a peaceful transition from the streets to the markets. And the peaceful transition would only have happened if these people, they have a dialogue, they are talking, you know. But this whole thing of draconian iron fist operation, fly by night, using the military, the police to you know, abantu baba fumine town the previous day uluchelo basanga bakapokola tamwa bebe. The woman who was crying there at Balimona with Ifipe, if she knew the police would do that, do you think she would have left Ifipe Fiabo? All the people who were crying about the damaged goods and whatever, do you think they would have left their properties in the town to be damaged if they knew that, if they were given warning to say ngatamusendere fpefyenu mukasanga mailo not which they destroy or whatever, who seize your goods? They were not given that notice. And on top of that, a lot of comments are saying it's illegal to trade. It's not illegal. How can it be illegal when they were collecting taxes from them? How can you say these vendors in Lusaka were illegal traders when they were paying taxes? They pay taxes to Lusaka City Council. So immediately these vendors pay tax to the council. It is a contract and it is binding. They have paid you to trade in the city center. So if you want to make changes, you better consult them. You just can't wake up abantu baleisa okusasanga muli bakapokola mwamona ekye tuleekana efyo. People are telling you, oh, you like Ifiko. No, cities around the world, global cities, they have markets in the streets. So many cities in the world, they have those open markets. Street vending, what they do is they just pick one street in the entire city and block it end to end. No motor traffic, just pedestrian traffic, and the marketeers balatantike into fiabo in cities around the world. I can give you an example. In Dublin, I go to Dublin Island, they do that. There is one street where it's block, name yoto katashipita. It's just pedestrian traffic, and you know Ireland is a small country, so people come from the villages, but I'm small farmers. Mumu street yoine, the city has demarcated one whole street ngani Chachacha Road Vaisala. But Chachacha Road will just be for vendors, not through traffic. It is happening in global international cities. They are doing it. They are accommodating street vendors. They are closing traffic to certain streets and just allowing street vendors to put there, to trade there every day. Here where I live, there is an area where they just block the streets. They do it on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They block those streets and the traders are allowed to trade there. Traders are allowed to trade 3 days a week. And every night, the local council that collects the money, they come and clean the garbage and sweep the streets every night. So why can't this happen in Lusaka? Why can't they take one street and block that street and say, this street will just be for street vendors and no motor traffic? And then now it's a duty of Lusaka City Council to be cleaning that street every night. Provide public toilets, water, hygienic condition, garbage cans. That's what they need to do from the money they are collecting from these vendors. Provide a trading space for them. Ask them why they don't want to go in the market. This fight has been going on for too long for us to be going back and forth. Every time it's back and forth between the marketeers and Lusaka City Council. They don't want to go in their market. Tabalefoyo kuya mu market idia. Songa tabalefoyo kuya mu market. What do? Accommodate them. Take one street in Lusaka, Ngali Chachacha, Lumumba, block the through traffic and make that street a street market for vending. Many cities in the world, they do that. Every day. People come from wherever, Batantika, Baya. If somebody comes from Mongo Nesabi, Atantika 1 week isabi ya kuingaliapo aweleram. But meanwhile, it is the duty of the council to clean that space every night. Provide toilet facilities. Hygienic toilet facilities. They can do it. Where are the city planners? Elo nomba muma market where you are sending them, they are being milked. To pay, they need to pay someone to get a stand, and then they need to pay the council to get a stand. What is this? Is this law and order we campaigned for? Honestly, it's sad and it's a shame. And, lastly, I just want to say, I heard what Garin Kombo said, to say these marketeers, they are defecating in plastic bags and whatever. I was just like, wow. A home minister to accuse street vendors of defecating in plastic bags. I was just like, wow. Like, you know what? That is really, really insulting. You know, Lusaka has a whole problem of junkies. Yeah? There are a lot of junkies in the CBD, but then for the minister to utter those words, I don't know, I didn't see the video, but even in the comments, people are saying the marketeers are defecating in the streets. You know, to me, that's very painful. It's a very painful thing to hear and hard to take. Because I myself was once a marketeer. Nalesh Tisha. Nalesh Masala Market. I was a marketeer at Masala Market. And I can't be so crazy to defecate in a plastic bag. Some of the people who are selling in these streets, they are honorable men and women who are just trying to survive. And for a home minister to utter those words, a home minister to accuse traders, Lusaka, they are fee-paying toilets everywhere, which I think they should not even be fee-paying. They should be free. It should be a duty of Lusaka City Council to provide the clean, hygienic toilet facilities. Bagari nkombomule sale fia kulanda. You know, some of these words that you say, you can never take them back. They say, careful what you say. Because you can never take back what you say. And the person you are telling those things, takalabe. Atafila ba mule bagare fe mwalandire, amashu mwalandire ya. Accusing marketeers. Elo mulusaka mwadi bama cameras. They're Chinese. They installed street cameras. So, you know, it's just really, I'm just like, wow. Gary, can you really say that to say, amama marketeers really? I was a marketeer myself, and I can't see myself doing that. You know? It's really unfortunate that, you know, we have a government that has no empathy or sympathy. They just vomit whatever they speak to a nation, to people who put them in office. Use language that is bordering on insulting them. It's sad. It's like, wow. Like, how do you sleep at night? You are telling people, marketeers, some of them, they have thousands, million worth dollar of goods. Munusakamala problem yama junkies. And let me end here on this topic of street vendors. I just want to say, like, where I live, California State, Sacramento City has the highest number of homeless, not only vendors, homeless people. Bekala Muma streets, we have the highest population of homeless people in Sacramento, California. Google it if you want. It is a problem which is happening. We have homeless people here who have no home. Tabasamba, taba okulala balala pansi muma tent. Mamona, they are homeless. But not even one day did I hear the mayor of Sacramento or governor of Sacramento to disrespect these homeless people. Abalelala muma tent atibarenyera muma plastic. But they do that. Na panse so like some of the place. One time I met a guy. Panse pamwa where there was a homeless camp under the freeway. Omo vale camping. Omo vale lalaba homeless. And this guy say ala tuachula. Tuachula aba homeless. Baranyera paliponse. When the core of nature comes, they deficiate anywhere. Turimu Sacramento munoka. It's the capital of California. We have a huge homeless problem. Bekala pansi abantu balala pansi come rain or sunshine. But not even one day did I hear a mayor or a minister or a governor ukusalula ma homeless people. In fact, those people who are homeless, ichalenga ukwebachi balala pansi abengi ma junkies. Bali kwata ma mental problems, nama drug problems. And there are programs which are there to help them, but you have to behave a certain way. You have to kulabama compliance issues. You have to stop smoking or whatever. So a lot of the junkies, they still end up on the street because they are hooked to those problems. And they want to so bagari to start saying ati ama marketeers ma plastic is an insult. Even me, I feel insulted because I was a marketeer kumasala. Na lesha kumasala market kuria. We were respectable people. Women who are trying to feed their families. Respectable men and women are out there in this market trying to feed their families, and you are disrespecting them. Telling them, balenye na muma plastic, what a shame. When you know abanye na muma plastic, ma junkies, niwa homeless. Muvule nomba problem ya ma homeless na ma junkies. Muiwika pa ma marketeers. People who are even paying Lusaka City Council. Probably ba garing kombo mulapoka na allowance nga mwakuma meeting. You get a sitting allowance from Lusaka City Council when you go to the meetings at the City Council, paid by these same people you are accusing at ma plastic. It is a shame. And I'm really ashamed to be Zambian right now. And the thing is, Garing Kombo is the MP from Mazabuka. That is my town. I am from Chikankata, and I'm more ashamed that a person from my town can talk like that. Disrespecting people. It's really a shame. Ba Isaac natulanda kale pabunga. Natulanda pabunga ninda ndokweba chubunga. Let them stop exporting. Let them stop exporting ubunga and contain the price of Mealie meal. Techibabike amafumo aya bena katwishinga ni Congo. Ama Congolese lives matter more than Zambian lives. They would rather feed Congolese than Zambians. Because the demand is high. When the demand is high, the price goes up. And the production wasn't as high. Production was low. So demand is high, but you chita prioritize ukushisho bunga Congo. Mufila mwa sho bunga. Mwamuledi amulei kutabantu bale chula nensala. The mandate is to rule every Zambian. 20 million people must be fed every day. You need to do what to do to fix this situation. Because I don't know what's going to happen by December if you don't change what you're doing to bring down the price. I think that's it, guys. I'm done. That's all I wanted to say. It's like, you know what, Gary, you need to apologize. Gary Nkombo needs to apologize and retract those words, accusing Mama Katia's defecating Muma plastic bag. But Gary Nkombo needs to apologize if he really said it. Because I think that is just like too wild. That is a wild statement. Because he knows that it's not marketeers who are defecating in the plastic bags. They are homeless people and junkies who are doing that. I myself was a marketeer. And I'll never do that. A marketeer ole ikatempia kutea mkunyana mu plastic. Why can't he just go to a fee-paying place? It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Mamona by Uriah Tad, he did apologize. You know what? There is no apology after death. That's why you have to think before you talk. If you are kulanda someone, if you you can't take back the words that you say. So before you get excited and start saying some crazy thing, think twice. If you are too emotional, me, I don't write speeches because I'm a teacher. I am trained to speak. I'm a public speaker. I can, I can process stuff as I'm speaking. But some people, they can't process stuff as they are speaking. So if you are that kind of a person who can't really like filter through your words as you are speaking, write a speech. Because once you say some things, you can't take them back. And they will haunt you for the rest of your life. Yeah. We all want a clean Lusaka, but let us treat our marketeers with dignity and respect. Let there be order in the way we do things. Let us plan things orderly, Put a timeline. On this day it will be like this. On this day it will be like this. On this day it will be like this. But why is there confusion? Why is there no order? Why is there no orderliness? What kind of people are you hiring in these jobs? That's another problem. You are hiring your relatives and friends who are not qualified. To run a city is a very complex job. You need qualified people. Tekubula fyo muntu mwamubika muma office, mwamupela position he cannot cope with. Running a city is a big job. You need city planners, engineers, people who have been trained, they have went to school and studied. We are not in villages. No. We are in cities where we have millions of people in a small location. We need qualified people to run these cities. That's why we have these problems. These jobs need to be given. People need to be employed to city councils on merit. We need qualified engineers, city planners, whatever they call them. Otherwise, even if because they're just hand-picking people, if you're hand-picked to do a certain job that you're not qualified for, you will fail. That is the failure we are having in this new dawn. There's too much appointments of nepotism, tribalism, regionalism. One good example is Pilato, Ministry of Sports. What can Pilato do in Ministry of Sports? He would have been better off in Ministry of Arts and Culture. That's a good example. Pilato is Ministry of Sports. We have seen all the chaos that's happening at a Ministry of Sports with our Shipolo. They have the wrong boots, We need specialists in all these things. They look simple, but people need to know what they're doing for these departments to run effectively. You can't just be handpicking people to give them a paycheck, because there are consequences for appointing people who are not applied, who are not qualified for certain jobs. Anyway, I'm done, guys. I am done. Good to see you, Sissy Judy, Madam Vip. Kwachkwali fyongo. Twakulalanda po. In Forest, in Forest 27, they won't pull down the houses at Valivika Injunction, The homeowners in Forest 27, they put an injunction to stop the homes from being pulled down. Mamona. And why did those people put the injunction? Because they were warned in advance. Ni A, B, C, D. So they had time to go and put an injunction, Kuma Court. Now the marketeers, babuka fiolu chelo fly by night operation market yonse fintu na batobororo. Yeah. Hi Anik, hi Misozi. So I'm winding down, guys. We'll chat again, my love, but to the panel. We'll be here, we'll be talking. Yeah, so you know, and then a lot of people tell me, yeah, you were I'm like, sorry, camera na. All right. So a lot of Abantu, you don't know what's happening here, yeah. I'm like, you know, wars have ears. Wars have ears. People know there is nothing hidden. Kwa diwanama whistleblowers, wars have ears. Yes, we need to support street vendors. What we need to do is just provided, you know, a street, or maybe, I don't know, they just need to plan. Street vendors, they are accommodated all around the world. All cities, they accommodate street vendors. You know, our market, those who want to trade in the corridors, the country can just demarcate Saka City Council can demarcate a street in Muchacha Baisala end to end. No free, no motorcade transport. They clean the streets day in, day out. Kwaliwanama porta party kuno elama tuma portable toilet, mobile toilets kutibabik at the end of each street to avoid people defecating anywhere. They can put the mobile toilets, those ones. Zambia, we have money. It's all about planning. So the Lusaka City Council should not blame the lack of planning on the street vendors. Yes, they are failing to plan. That's the problem. Otherwise, that's it, guys. I am out of here. I was just here for an hour. We'll be here maybe tomorrow or Thursday. Anik, maybe you can join me. Otherwise, good night. God bless you. I'll try to read comments and respond. Thank you.